Well, that was a very bittersweet way to end this episode of Kamisama Kiss Season 2. This is the first time, I think, in the series, in the anime, that we've ever dived into the past of Nanami and find out how her life was in the past. I knew something bad had to happen, in the past, because, she's by herself, the lack of parents, stuff like that. We've seen hints about this at the beginning of the series in Season 1, but this is the first time we actually get this backstory. And wow, that life she lived. Like, her father just walks out on her at that young of an age. Her father just walks off. It's like, here's some chocolate. I'm leaving. I'm going. Tell your mother I'm gone. And then her mother is dying from an illness, and she's burdened by the weight of what her husband has done. For instance, what Nanami's father has done, gambling, rent payments, stuff like that. And it came down to where it burdened her mother so bad to where she died. She had an illness, but it probably didn't help much when she had to worry about all this stress because of her husband walking out on her. So that was very sad. Unexpected tragedy in this episode of Kamisama. Like, whoa. So, Nanami's mother is dead. And the father just walks out and is like, I'm gone. And to see how Tomoe in this episode, he's just looking at it. He's just watching Nanami and all that. And he's just looking at her as she's young. He's like, this is a Nanami I don't know. I don't recognize. And he's just looking at her, smiling and happy with her mother. But you could see that she's very sad. Like, she is very, very sad. You could tell on Nanami's face in the flashback, she was depressed. Because a child at her age, when she's running with this chocolate, she got this chocolate from her father, and she didn't really comprehend what her father was doing. As you could see, she goes up the steps and she sees her mother getting yelled at about payments and stuff like that, rent and money, payback, and then, about the father walking out. Only Nanami knows that the father's not coming back, and then she feels a sign of guiltiness because the money that should have went for the rent or whatever went for this chocolate she has in her hand, and then she kind of casts it aside. And that entire symbolic scene, when you see the chocolate just deteriorating, you see Nanami's face and she slings it, oh my god, very, very sad. It is a really sad scene. And to see how she's trying to get away, like get rid of this chocolate off of her face and stuff because she doesn't want to feel guilty. And then her mother, you could tell the mother realized, but then she smiled back at her, that classic Nanami smile. My god, like, this hands down was one of the best episodes of Kamisama Kiss. It is one of the best episodes I have seen. Oh. So, this episode of Kamisama, it can't get much better than this. This episode was beautiful on so many different ways, just getting to finally see the true past of Nanami. And what's really strange if you think about it, the end of Season 1 of Kamisama ended kind of the same way. I don't know if you all remember that or not, but at the end of Season 1 of Kamisama, we dived into Tomoe's past. We found out about Tomoe's past at the end of Season 1, and we finally got our first glimpse into his past and stuff like that. And Nanami said the words that Tomoe said in this episode. This is a Tomoe I don't recognize. That's what she said at the end of Season 1, and Tomoe is now in her spot in saying that to Nanami. So you gotta like that. I'm liking how the ending of Season 2 is building up. It's kind of feeling like the ending of Season 1, so yeah. Anyways, overall, this episode of Kamisama Kiss, like I said, best episode yet, best episode of Season 1 and Season 2, because of the emotions it could really put into you, because Nanami, a smiling, happy-go-lucky character as she is, has such a heavy burden. So tell me your thoughts, you all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live, please be safe, Chibi out.